Hey friends. Okay, so today is going to be a hard video because I've been preparing for it for like over a month, and literally I had to take notes on it because it's so sensitive to my heart. And okay, let me just do my intro. It's Women's History Month this month, and I wanted to do this for Black History Month, but like I told y'all before, some stuff happened, so I wound up taking a break from my mental health, and now I'm prepared, and now I'm ready to tell my Black woman story. And coincidentally, it's Women's History Month, so it kind of still fits in because ain't no woman like a Black woman. Okay, period. So this is my Black girl to Black woman experience. I'm gonna just set this disclaimer now. Some of the things that I go through in my life is not just about Black women. Black men go through it too. So don't be up in there talking about, you do the same thing and I'm a Black man. I know. Some of these things women just go through, period. But I'm just telling my story, and I am not the spokesperson for all the Black women. My story is not the same as everybody else's story. We do not all go through the same things. Okay? First disclaimer. There's probably going to be more throughout the story, but let's get started. Okay? So, first of all, being a Black woman means starting over. Whenever you realize, like, whoa, like, I'm different from the ideal woman in society. Once you realize that, it's like a whole process. Like, first for me, first it was, okay, I wish or I hope to be like them. Like, I remember wanting to be, when I was little and like the Cheetah Girls first came out, I wanted to be Adrian so bad. I wanted to be Adrian so bad, bro. I wanted to be her so bad because she was different from me. She was so different from me. I didn't want to be the white girl, but I wanted to be Adrian because she spoke Spanish and she was different. And she was spicy and I liked it. I looked past all the Black girls. I swear I did. I looked past all the Black girls and wanted to be Adrian. And I wanted my hair to be crinkly like her. So I was like, okay, if I flat iron my hair enough, maybe it will get the pattern of me flat ironing my hair so much and my hair will straighten. Now, us natural ladies know what that means. That means that I wanted heat damage in my hair. That means that I was asking for heat damage on my hair, okay? That was just one of the little issues that I had growing up and not really. And another disclaimer, I don't blame my parents for any of my life. I feel like my parents loved me the best way they knew how. I feel like my parents loved me the best way that they knew how. I feel like these were just strictly this was just strictly the journey that God wanted me to go through, just so that I can be able to share things like this with you guys. So I'm not blaming or telling on anybody about what's happened in my life. My life don't have nothing to do with my parents. Half of the stuff that I done been through in life, my parents don't even know. So yeah, just a disclaimer. So don't be coming for my parents in the comments, because who okay. Anyway, I found myself not really liking, but just wanting attention from guys or boys at such a young age. And I think it's because I was exposed to a lot of things at a young age. Just from being around cousins and friends and probably people I shouldn't have been around at the time because they were experiencing stuff that I shouldn't have known about. But I experienced myself wanting to be something that caught somebody's eye for so long. I remember I would get cute. There was nothing. I can't remember a time where I wasn't thinking about what a guy would think about me. I can't remember a time when I was from high school down where I did not think about any boys. I can't remember. I was probably 5, maybe. Like, honestly, like, I'm being completely honest with you. Like, from preschool up, I remember always caring about, because I was like one of those fairy tale type of kids. Like, I wanted to be a princess. I wanted to be like swept off my feet and stuff like that. Like, I wanted that lifestyle, and I did not think that was something that was hard to get. I thought that I was gonna get grown and somebody was gonna sweep me off my feet and I was gonna be a princess. That's what I thought. Didn't happen like that, but that's what I thought. So I had this big envision in my head that that's what was gonna happen, and so many times I let people use me. And because I'm a darker toned woman, it seemed like people would use me and not want it to be known that they wanted to be with me. You know what I'm saying? So they would like try to, and I'm pretty sure more than dark-skinned women go through this. Like, they would talk to me behind closed doors, only on the phone, or in the hallways when nobody went in the hallways, try to use me for my body, and not really like not sex or sexual, but like to kiss me or touch on my body parts, or, you know, little boys trying to experiment on stuff, but it was still felt like I was being used because they wouldn't want to be like, oh, I like Robin, because I was a cornball. So they was like, oh no, I'm not about to let it be known that I like old girl, but you know, when we alone, baby, you my baby, and that's just it. And I was okay with that. Like, I was cool with that because I thought that that's all I could get. I thought that was all I was worth, because I never believed in myself. I never thought that it was anything wrong with it, because I was like, well, he liked me. So that's all that matters. He liked me. Nobody couldn't tell me he didn't like me, because why else was he trying to get me in a corner if he ain't like me? He liked me. And I was just so stuck on satisfying a guy, stuck on being somebody who was wanted, being that it girl who was in all of the Disney movies and all of the dang on Nickelodeon movies and the BET movies, that it girl that was always wanted by the guy who was popular around the school. I wanted to be that, and I let so many people use me in order to fulfill that need of wanting to be wanted or wanting to be loved. That was all of middle school and high school. Once I got to college, I was in a relationship, so I didn't really have that type of issue. But I did have an issue trying to find out who I was. Once I got to college, it was like, once I turned, first of all, from 18 to 19, I was kicking it. Let's get that straight. I was kicking it. I ain't had no parents. I worked, I did school, and I kicked it. Honestly, I was low-key running from who I was in high school. I was running from the goody two shoes who did speeches and plays and stuff like that. I didn't do none of that the first time. I literally said, I'm going to college and I'm not doing any of that stuff. Like, none of it. I was so determined to be completely the opposite of who I was in high school, because I did not want to become that girl who felt like, you know, she just had to be something to gain attention from some man, or she had to be something. And I honestly felt like I already had the guy, so it was like there was no point in me even trying anything anymore. What do I need to do that anymore? Because I don't have no reason to. I already have a boyfriend, so what else is there for me to do? That's how I felt. Even I gave up all my gifts because I was just like, shoot, I'm swept off my feet now, so what's next? Like, what's the next road? I was kicking it. The problem with school was that I came from a school that really was not equipped enough, and it wasn't their fault. I'm gonna say, I believe that they tried the best way that they knew how with us, with what they had. But I don't believe that my high school equipped me enough to go to college and be like, okay, I can roll with the big dogs. Like, excuse me? Okay. Like, I feel like they equipped me enough to be okay. No, I feel like I wasn't equipped enough to go to school, to go to college and be like, okay, I can walk in this room full of white people, because I go to a PWI. So I can walk in this room full of white people and be confident in myself and knowing who I am and knowing that I know at least some of the beginning stuff, like the prerequisite stuff in this class, because high school prepared me that much. I don't feel like my high school prepared me that much for school. I feel like they prepared me just enough to graduate, and I would struggle to get through my freshman year, but I would get through it. They prepared me enough to know, do your work. If you study, you should get a passing grade. They prepared me at like average level. They didn't prepare me to over excel. That's what I want to say. They did not prepare me to excel. So when I got into the classrooms, I'm like, okay, I'm going to my first day. You know, I was prepared. I had my outfit out like I was in kindergarten or something. That night before, I had my hair done. I had my notebooks. I had everything. I got into class, and it seemed like all the white people knew all the answers to every single question, like they wasn't getting taught the same stuff that I was getting taught. I was looking like, she teaching us this stuff, so how do y'all know the answers to all the questions if she teaching it to us? What y'all do? Y'all have secret meetings or something? Like, what's really going on here? Like, what's the situation? What's the real situation? What's really going on here? Because I'm confused. I'm like, what? Like, not I missed something. I missed a lesson. I missed, what happened? Like, what happened? I was confused. I swear. I was distraught too. I was like, dang, like, I'm not going to pass this class. I'm not going to pass any of these classes, because I immediately felt insecure. Instantly. I was just like, wow, like, maybe college isn't for me, because, you know, I didn't learn everything that they got to learn. They got to go to school and they got to learn college stuff before they got in college. And obviously they was learning college stuff because they know all the answers walking in on the first day. And I'm sitting up here still taking notes, trying to figure out what the heck this teacher talking about. I went to school as a bio major. I started as a bio major. So I was in bio class looking at this lady like, all right, yeah, and then that organism go into what? Oh, okay. Okay. Not knowing nothing she was talking about. Like, it was so terrifying to me. So, long story short, I messed up my first 2 years of college because of just me being insecure, but still trying to fight through the insecurities. And it was kind of beating me up, because at a certain point, it's like, you might as well give up. You might as well throw in the towel. You might as well just leave everything where it is and not worry about it no more, because obviously college is not meant for you. You got to force it, and it's not meant for you. I took time to myself and I said, okay, maybe bio is not meant for me. Maybe I should try something else. I sat down and I thought about it. I realized that I actually like talking out. I've journaled all my life. Like, literally, journaling low-key saved my life, like a good part of my life. Journaling helped me through a lot. I was like, maybe I may like psychology. Switched my major to psychology. I went to my first psychology class. I was like, I love this. Like, I love everything about this. I love learning about this stuff. It was stuff that my friends would be like, oh, this class is so boring. I'm like, no, this class is so interesting. Like, I love all of this. So I found that out, and then I started to find programs that helped me out. So I went to Trio down in the library of my school, and I was like, y'all, I need help. And they helped me through all the financial aid stuff that I was going through, and they helped me through just giving me the confidence of knowing, like, you're not alone in this. You're not the first person to ever go to college that came from bad, like not equipped school that did not set you up for college. You're not the first person to do this. So here's all the tools to help you. That's what they did. They sat me down and they helped me, and they stayed on my butt about it. And then on top of that, they gave me a job to say, okay, this is a job where you could sit here and do your homework and you can make some money, because I don't want you to work so much, because that was another problem that I had. I worked so much that I prioritized work and trying to pay my bills over my schoolwork, because I felt like, because what we're taught as Black women is that you gotta 18, you gotta be on it. Like, you gotta be on it. You don't have time to slack. Like, you ain't got time to slack, dude. Like, what you doing? You can't slack. You can't be 18 and not ready to move out your parents' house. You can't be 18 and not ready to move on with your life. You can't be 18 and do that. So in my head, when I turn 18, that means you're super grown. That means you got to get ready to handle stuff by yourself. That's what I was thinking. That's not technically what my parents told me, but that's what I was thinking, because they prepared me for me to be 18. And everybody always saying, I can't wait till you turn 18 so you can get up out my house, all that. Like, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Because I'm like, yo, okay, I'm turning 18, so that means I got to get my stuff together. I got to get my license. I got to get a car. I got to get all this stuff. So once I got set up with the Trio program, I was like 20. So that means that after the 2 years of me going through college, I finally got on board when I was like, I was like 20. Yeah. I got myself together when I was 20. And I started to find myself, because I started to be more involved on campus. I started to be more involved in the Black community. And I started to realize that I'm really not the only person that go through the things that I'm going through. And then I started to see so many Black people passing away on my timeline on Instagram. And I'm like, why is it so easy to kill people? Like, why is it so easy? I did not get it. So my dad came down one weekend, And I'm like, Dad, come on, let's go into the gun range. Because I always wanted to go to the gun range with my father. Like, I got two fathers. I got a stepfather and then I got a regular father. My regular father, and I went with my father, my stepfather, to the gun range. But he's my father too, so. I went with him to the gun range, and it was so scary shooting the gun. It was so scary shooting that gun to me. Like, it was so scary to me. And I was like, listen here. I don't understand how police officers can just up and shoot somebody. Like, I don't get it. So that kind of, the experience of me just kept on seeing people passing away on my timeline. It kind of low-key traumatized me. Like, I was just like, it's not really registering with me on how people can just kill people like that. So then that's when the activist was born. Like, because I always loved Black history. I was the type of kid who had Martin Luther King on her bedroom wall. Like, a big Martin Luther King poster. Like, huge. Because I always loved Black history, but I never thought that I would be like, oh, for real activist, like somebody people listen to. Now I am, but I didn't think that people was gonna listen to what I had to say. I thought I was gonna be like in the background saying, my whoop-de-whoops or whatever. But yeah, I became an activist, and then I started really digging deep into who I was as a person. And that's when I turned 20. That's when I literally started everything over. I started how I do my hair, like from my hair to my nails to what I wash my body with, to like I'm still learning, because I'm only 21. So I'm still learning who I am, but that's when I started it over. I started over just a different, just learning about my family and learning about our history, and then breaking certain things off of my life that I did not want on them. Because first of all, being a Black woman means you are told to carry everybody's mess without any remorse. You are told to shut up and just take it. And that's it. Like, you don't have I need to go around the corner and go to hit the store real quick, and I need to go and get this to my brother because I don't want to carry this load. No, you don't have no option to carry no load. You have to get up and pick it up. You have to carry everybody's load on your back, because that's what society said you're supposed to do. Right? That's what I thought. And I had to learn, like, it's okay to, just let people just give up. It's okay. Be like, yep, that's not for me. Give people up, give things up, give life up. That's not for me. That's not it. God ain't called that on my life. That's not it. I didn't ask for that. That's not what I prayed for last night. So that's just not for me. I know. That ain't it. So I learned how to separate myself from things that I don't understand, not even that things that I don't understand, but things that are bringing damage to my mental health, that brings damage to my spirit, damage to my life. I've learned how to love on myself, because society has literally told me I am the bottom of the barrel all my life without saying it directly to my face, by aligning everything up to the point where there is no choice but to see everybody else and then see yourself last. Literally. I swiped all of that from my head. And sometimes it come back, and that comes with the process of learning how to love yourself as a Black woman. You have to constantly keep on telling yourself your worth. You have to constantly keep on reminding yourself of why you are who you are, and to constantly keep on reminding yourself that you are not worth what people are throwing out at you. And you have to constantly keep on telling yourself, you don't have to be quiet. You don't have to just let that happen to you. You don't have to just keep on letting him or her say whatever they got to say to you. You don't have to keep on doing that. Being a Black woman has taught me to break barriers. Being a Black woman has taught me to not be quiet, that I'm not angry, that I'm very passionate about a lot of things. And just because I get loud, because I have my whole mother inside of me, because I get loud just like her. Just because I get loud don't mean that I'm angry. Just because I get loud don't mean that I just want to be heard so bad that I just want to be louder than everybody in the room. Because I'm loud, that means that I'm passionate. That means that I care. That means that I want to be heard, but I'm not controlling. I'm not manipulative. I'm not the bottom. I'm not the bottom of nothing. I'm not no underdog. And what I've learned to find out was the same way that I've overcome the obstacles that's come in my life. I feel like Black people now are in that stage where we're learning how to overcome those obstacles that's come in our society, like in our culture. It's like, and stay with me here. Stay with me. It's like the Black culture, the Black population is a person who is constantly told they're not good enough, constantly told they're the bottom, constantly being pushed down all the time, just being beat down all the time, to the point where we have low-key started to feel that about ourselves. And now we're starting to realize who we actually are. And we're starting to overcome those things. And society don't really know which way to turn, because once an insecure person get confidence, who the bully gonna bully on? You know what I'm saying? Like that was one for your mind right there. That was one for your phone right there. But no, seriously, even though being a Black woman comes with so many struggles, it's just like, I feel like there is nothing stronger and nothing more amazing than a Black woman. Like, oh my goodness, like I'm so obsessed with Black people. Like, seriously, like there is nothing more bomb than Black women. Like, what? Black women? What? And it's crazy how society can make us seem like we the underdogs when we went through so much and we're still accomplishing more than they could ever. If any other race were put through what we were put through, they would be extinct, because we started this and we're going to end it. Let me tell you, like, what? Black women, like, Black women are the epitome of beauty. We are the epitome of sass, of class, of persistence, of consistency. We are the epitome of love. Black women, like, what? We hot. Like, we hot. Nobody can't tell us we ain't hot. We hot. Like, you hear me? I feel like, first of all, I feel like that's all I have to say. I am still on my journey to love myself. I'm still on my journey of finding me. I'm still on this journey. I'm still learning every day what I like, what I don't like, who I like, who I don't like, different traits I like, different traits I don't like, what I'm going to take from here, what I'm going to take from there. I'm still trying to figure that out. And it's because I started loving myself at the age of 20. And I'm 21. So I have a long way to go. I have to clean up 20 years of insecurity, of doubt, of just so much different things that society has put on us to believe about ourselves. So I feel like I'm doing a damn good job on where I am right now. I feel like I'm doing an amazing job. Like, can't nobody tell me. You know what I'm saying? So any Black women out there who is trying to love yourself or trying to be the best that you can be for yourself, for your family, you keep going, because it's going to get hard. It's going to feel stressful. It's going to feel like nobody listening. It's going to feel like nobody cares. But shoot, you all you got at the end of the day. It's only one you. It's only one you. And I truly believe that life is too precious to waste. Show your worth now so that your kids can see it later. Fight for yourself now so that your family don't have to fight for it later. Love on yourself now, because ain't nobody in this world gonna love you like you love yourself and how God loves you. Show yourself all of the compassion that you want to see from whoever you're trying to be with. Show the compassion that you would want to see from. Give yourself the love that you would want somebody to give to you. Give yourself the love that you would want a man or a woman to give to you. Give yourself the care that you would want a man or a woman to care for. Because at the end of the day, people only gonna give you what they see you give yourself. People only gonna do what you allow them to do. I know we're going off subject, but I feel very strongly about my journey, and I know it was not easy. So the people who are going through it, or the people who watch this video, it is not easy being a Black woman and learning how to love yourself, especially when everybody is trying to silence you or break you down because you are a woman and you are Black. But happy Women's History Month, you guys. Much love, much peace. Peace out.